What's up, everybody? We're going to solve connections for Tuesday, December 5th. And the words we've got construction big, humor travel, paper felicity, whipping euphoria, great poetry, cheers huge, glee giant, fiction Frasier. Frasier and Cheers, of course, seem to go hand in hand. Frasier was the spinoff from the awesome sitcom Cheers. And the official Cheers bar is right in downtown Boston. I actually haven't eaten there per se, but I have been there. We met there for training programs when I was training for the Boston Marathon back in 2014 and 2015. We would meet there to do some training runs. In any case, a little bit of nostalgia there. But the funny thing is, I just don't quite see how anything else would connect with them. So I think that's a little bit of a red herring. I think what's going to happen is one of them will end up going with a category of like sitcoms, perhaps. Glee, Felicity, Euphoria. Unfortunately, I don't quite see the fourth word that would deal with, bliss or happiness. Isn't there something called a whooping cough? I don't think anything goes with cough. Under construction is a common phrase. Under construction. I don't see anything with under, though. Construction project. Road construction. Road construction. Big, huge, giant. I kind of overlooked the obvious one here. And great. That's got to be a category, right? That's got to be the easy one. It's just large. But let me just double check here. I mean, that looks really strong. Okay. I don't think that's a fake category. So let's just say large. Enormous. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I don't think we need to quibble over that. I mean, it seems like a little bit overkill, but large is good enough. So I do feel like Glee. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. So maybe that is a fake category, the whole Glee, Felicity, Euphoria thing. I think we're looking at maybe Glee, because that's, of course, a very famous series as well. Not really a sitcom, I don't think, but it's where those high school kids would do like a pretty cool theatrical production, and they would do their own rendition off of various hit songs. Glee, Cheers, Frasier, and I bet the other category will either be Felicity or Euphoria. So I want to be a little bit careful because I could burn a guess on that. But before we do that, I'd see another category. We've got humor, travel, fiction, and poetry. That looks good. That you could call, I would just call that like, when I was at the Barnes & Noble recently, that's just like sections of a bookstore. Yeah, I think that's very good. That's sections of a bookstore. Or just reading, reading topics. I mean, I don't think construction would count as a reading topic. I don't know how interesting that would be. And the others don't look good. So let's just go with sections of a bookstore or reading genre, something like that. Oh, nice. Perfect. Bookstore sections. Okay. So let's see here. Unfortunately, that still... I've got my Frasier, Glee, Cheers. So it's either going to be Euphoria or Felicity, right? So let's think about paper, because I think I can get these in difficulty order too, which would be really sweet. Um, you've got paper. I think whooping. I can't imagine that. I never heard of a show called Whooping. Um, and you've got construction, and then either Felicity or Euphoria will go in there. So the only other thing, because I don't think I've heard of a paper cough. I've definitely heard of the whooping cough. That's a very contagious cough, and I haven't heard of a construction cough. So maybe the only other thing I can think of is I think there's a bird called a whooping crane. Then that would actually connect pretty well with construction. A construction crane, paper crane. I suppose I haven't really heard of that. And once again, I just this is too bad because I'm going to be down to. I'll have to probably burn a guess, but I feel like that's not bad. I can definitely see two of those working, just like yesterday. But unfortunately, I missed the category. All right, so let's. I don't know what I'm going to do, but let's do this. Let's go Glee, Cheers, Frasier. If I had my pick between Felicity and Euphoria for a TV show, we'll just call these TV series. I probably would go with maybe Euphoria. It just sounds maybe a little bit more catchy. And then we'll have to, but then Felicity Crane, that's kind of weak. So I could be completely dead wrong about that. But hopefully, I will only expend at most one guess to get this, and then I think we can get the very prestigious order ordering of the categories, which you guys know I love. So let's try TV. Um, Again, I don't know if I want to say sitcoms because I have no idea what Euphoria is. Glee, I don't think it was so much of a comedy. I'm just going to say TV series. One away. Ah, darn it. So we'll go with Felicity. Oh, geez. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, guys. Let's not panic here. This is oh gosh. I'm scoring this up immensely. What's going on here now? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just chill for a second here. So I don't think that necessarily means that Glee, Cheers, and Frasier have to be together. Yeah. Okay. So let's deselect these and let's say to ourselves, I mean, the paper crane, the whooping crane, and the construction crane sound great. Those three really do have to go together. So then we have, uh, then we just have these shows left over. I'm assuming they're all shows. I don't know. Um, well, I mean, I know Glee, Cheers, and Frasier is. The thing is, okay, let's think about this. So TV series is kind of weak. Like they usually do have something more specific than just TV series. So what if we were to? So hang on. I thought before I was looking for something um, that involved kind of like I think I had said something like happiness, like extreme happiness. You actually get that again here. Glee, Euphoria, Felicity, Cheers. Is that extreme happiness? Let's just take a look. Let me just select these. Let me think about that. Glee, Euphoria, Felicity. I mean, Cheers. You would say that as like a token of happiness, like before you're about to drink and all, and you give someone Cheers, that gives them happiness. That's actually not terrible. Then that would mean Frasier Crane. I mean, I know the show is called Frasier. I just would that be like would that be? his last name? Well, we still have two guesses, so if I burn another one, we can try to work this out. But this actually seems kind of better. Like, I like that that's got a little bit more definition to it. So if I were to submit these, I'm pretty sure if it's correct, I think we can get them in the right difficulty order. So Glee, Euphoria, Cheers, Felicity. Now we can say TV shows with happy names, basically. Please. Yes, okay. TV shows with happy sounding names. Wow, that was good. That was good. Oh man, this is great. So now we looking like Whooping Crane, Paper Crane, Construction Crane, and yeah, I guess I didn't watch too many episodes, if any, of Frasier. I was more of a Cheers guy, and I just don't remember like what his full name is. But we'll have to pray that I guess it's Frasier Crane. You guys can let me know. But I do think these are going to be cranes. They are. Oh man, I would normally be a little bit happier and everything, guys, and I am. I mean, that was really, really well done. I mean, despite the 2 hours, just a little under the weather. Still recuperating from a kind of a nasty cold. A lot of my students have it going around too. So no worries. We got it. That took a lot of work, and I really had to rethink that. I think that's a good strategy. If you sort of feel like you have the name of a category, especially when it's more pop culture, but it's kind of lame, like it doesn't seem robust enough, try to, like I did here, try to narrow it down a little bit better. But yeah, that was tough for me just because I did not know about Euphoria or Felicity. I had to guess that those would be TV shows. And the Frasier is very sneaky because you're definitely going to think of that as the TV show. Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll take it. Does look beautiful, doesn't it, guys? When it's in the correct color coding difficulty. But yeah, two guesses were burned. But I think more important is to be able to just make sure you solve it and name those categories correctly. And we did an absolutely perfect job on that, possibly with the exception of enormous. You guys can let me know if large is good enough. I was tempted to call that something like things of great size. But I think, I don't think that that the answers that they give for the titles is like the ultimate standard that we have to, abide by. I think, it's just a general way to classify them. And I think we're doing awesome, guys. I can't wait to see your results. This was sort of harder, but not impossible. And with that in mind, I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another round of connections.